Good morning, everyone. This is Madhavi. I am working as a secondary grade teacher in MPP School, Venkatagiri, Rajamendravaram Rural Mandal, East Godavari District. This video provides a brief review on Day 5 webinar by Mrs. Monishita Hajra Pandey, faculty in Ambedkar University, Delhi. This video provides a timely summary of teaching methodologies for primary classroom. Objectives of this session are to understand the concept of literacy, effective teaching methods to develop literacy, reflect upon educational theories to make conscious choice of pedagogical strategies, think about our classroom context and general teaching methods which are context specific. అనగా మనం ఈ సెషన్లో నేర్చుకోబోయే అంశాలు విద్యార్థుల దృష్ట్యా అక్షరాస్యత అనగానేమి, విద్యార్థుల అక్షరాస్యతను పెంచే క్రమంలో ప్రభావవంతమైన బోధనా పద్ధతులు ఏమిటి, కొన్ని ముఖ్య బోధనా పద్ధతులను ప్రతిబింబించే విధంగా ఉపయోగపడే కొన్ని ముఖ్య సిద్ధాంతాలను గురించి, మరియు మన తరగతి గది సందర్భాలకు అనుగుణంగా మరియు తరగతి గది నిర్వహణకు ఉపయుక్తంగా ఉండే కొన్ని బోధనా పద్ధతులను గురించి మనం తెలుసుకుంటాం. ద ఫస్ట్ టాపిక్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ లిటరసీ. లిటరసీ మీన్స్ ఇన్ ఎ నారో సెన్స్ ఎబిలిటీ టు రీడ్ అండ్ రైట్. In a deeper sense, literacy can develop social and economic empowerment. In a broader sense, literacy is a social action through language use, and it shapes our children to act as agents of change. Next, emergent literacy in Western countries. Emergent literacy is the overall process through which young children learn to read and write in a natural manner. That means వెస్ట్రన్ కంట్రీస్లో పిల్లలను అక్షరాస్యులుగా మార్చే పద్ధతులు కొంచెం వేరుగా ఉంటాయి. ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ పిల్లలు ఇంటి దగ్గర నేర్చుకునే భాష మరియు పాఠశాలలో ఉపయోగించే భాష ఒకటే అవడం వల్ల చదవడం రాయడం త్వరగా నేర్చుకోగలుగుతారు. కానీ ఇండియా లాంటి దేశాల్లో పరిస్థితులు వేరు. నెక్స్ట్, రీడిఫైనింగ్ లిటరసీ ఇన్ ద ఇండియన్ కాంటెక్స్ట్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇన్ ద న్యూ సినారియో వీ వాంట్ అవర్ యంగ్ చిల్డ్రన్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ the print has meaning. It can be used for communication, for expression. We make our children to notice that there are different kinds of texts, different elements to a story, and different styles of writing. The next one is developing literacy from oral competencies. And literacy is building upon oral language skills of learners rather than just a process of encoding and decoding of the script. అనగా ఉపాధ్యాయులు వ్రాయడం చదవడం మాత్రమే కాక భాషను పరిపూర్ణంగా అర్థం చేసుకోగలుగుతూ దాని స్వరూపాన్ని, దాని సౌందర్య స్వభావాన్ని అభివృద్ధి చేసుకునే విధంగా భాషను వారు అర్థవంతంగా నేర్చుకోవడానికి తోడ్పాటు ఇవ్వాలి. ద నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ ఈజ్ ఛాలెంజెస్ ఫేస్డ్ బై ది టీచర్స్ ఇన్ లిటరసీ డెవలప్మెంట్. అవర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఆఫ్ డైవర్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్స్ అండ్ మెనీ ఆర్ ఫస్ట్ జనరేషన్ స్కూల్ గోవర్స్. ద ట్రాన్సిషన్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఓరల్ కల్చర్ ఎట్ హోమ్ to the print culture of school can be big challenge. Next, we find many gaps between words and words, and the language used in their homes is different from the school language, and they have different language varieties. And next challenges are rigid curriculum and textbook focus. And the next topic is approaches to literacy development. The first one is phonics based approach, and the second one is whole language approach, and the last one is balanced or comprehensive approaches. So the idea of teaching letter sound correspondences is phonics based approach to literacy. We also call this approach as bottom up approach. Next one is the whole language approach. It is top down approach. In this whole language approach, the meaning takes place. The whole language approach suggests that reading is a parallel language system like speaking. The last and important one is balanced or comprehensive approaches. In this approach, both sound and meaning takes place. In balanced approach should include 5 components of reading that need to be taught simultaneously. They are phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, comprehension. These are the 5 components in balanced or comprehensive approach in one frame. These are the instructional frameworks used in balanced or comprehensive literacy program. Here the teacher read aloud every day from materials. It helps students listening skills, reading comprehension and vocabulary. The next one is model reading. Here the teacher demonstrates the act of writing by thinking aloud. It allows the students to hear the thinking that accompanies the process of writing. The next one is shared reading. Here the text that is above the reading level of the students. The teacher reads aloud, then the students allows to join. It increases the children enjoyment and appreciation of stories, poems, rhymes and chants by the children. The next one is shared writing. It is the whole class or small group activity. Here the teacher and students share composing process. It helps students learn about the writing process through structured conversations. The next one is guided reading. Here the teacher reads with a small group of students. Each student has a copy of the text and reads independently as the teacher observes, coaches, prompts and evaluates their performance. It develops independent reading in children. The next one is guided writing. Here the teacher works with whole class or group and make them to write a composition. It helps the group for independent writing. The next one is independent reading. Here students read up to 95 to 100% with accuracy. The teacher's role is to observe, acknowledge and respond. This activity provides opportunities to apply reading strategies. The last one is independent writing. It provides students with the opportunity to practice their writing skills. It encourages the students to explore the uses of written language. We also call these pedagogical techniques. And the next topic is teaching philosophy and pedagogical methods. The first theory is Piaget's constructivism. Also we call it as active learning. In this theory, children actively constructed knowledge and cognitive development focused on adoption, that means schema building. And people construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world. That means children discourse the meaning. The next theory is Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory. It promotes peer learning and collaborative learning. It focuses on culture, the values, beliefs, customs and skills of a social group. And it gives importance of individual ZPD. ZPD means zone of proximal development, which means is a range of tasks too difficult for the child to do alone but possible with the help of adults and more skilled peers. The next topic is teaching methodologies. The first method is assisted discovery. In this, storytelling, free or guided conversation, rhymes, riddles, planned free play, picture book, corners. It gives a span to individual differences and tailoring support to suit child's ZPD, peer collaboration, inform, correct, explain. The next one is reciprocal teaching. It is good for reading comprehension. In this method, we make our class into 4 or 5 small groups. The main features of reciprocal teaching method are cognitive strategies through dialogue, questioning, summarizing, clarifying and suggesting. The next method is discovery learning. The main features of this discovery learning are sensitive to child's readiness to learn. This method encourages risk and developing new schemas by listening and observations. There are many activities in discovery learning. For example, art, puzzles, games, science tasks, project-based learning, interviews, community learning. The last method is scaffolding and guided participation. Scaffolding means support. The main features of scaffold reading method is sharing of learning between teacher and students, emotional support, mimicking adult communication. These are the various teaching methodologies suggested by her. The last topic is storytelling. We all know that pictures and stories are triggers for pupil interaction. We know that stories promote a feeling of relaxation and active participation by the children. And storytelling has many benefits for our young learners. The importance of storytelling, which is a powerful tool for primary classrooms. It develops language skills. It ignites creativity and imagination in children. It assists cognitive development. It develops empathy and values. It expands worldview. In this session, topics covered by her are developing literacy from oral competencies, principles of good literacy development, teacher versus learner centered methodologies towards a balanced approach, children as active participants in construction of meaning and knowledge, peer learning, collaboration, and feedback, and develop our own method. We call our own method as POST method, and we must adopt a mixed approach based on context of our classrooms and sensitive pedagogies. She ended her session with question and answers. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it could be helpful to you in daily assessments. For previous days reviews, watch the videos in my channel Madhavi Vlogs. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.